Evening peeps. So since Christmas went tits up, I decided to do something I never do to help cure the depression. Play video games. While playing some games that I fucked with during Xmas, I thought I'd look back and discuss my favourite games ever, to numb the pain that she's left. Also, these are my opinions. There is a reason why the neighbours get alerted when I move in, don't take me seriously. I'm here to have a laugh and discussion, and you should be too. Before we start, just a few rules. Firstly, we're doing one game per franchise. Second, no mobile games because I hate the poor. Thirdly, we are not including compilations because this list would be full of them. And this is strictly games I've played. So if your favourite game doesn't make the list, then you're adopted. Without further ado, here's my number 10 spot.
Hear me out. Wii Sports is a revolution. Sure, it's just a simple minigame collection, but unlike every other minigame collection, it's fun.
This game was bundled in with every single Wii console and it was used to show off the power of the Wii's motion controls.
It was pretty good at what it set out to do, unless you're me and can't play the boxing with this setup. This game managed to bring family and friends together, and it was a free packing game.
It's a game I still play at least once a year and I always get a kick out of it.
Borderlands is great, with its unique art style, chaotic open world, use of RPG elements, funny script, lovable characters, and amazing weapon variety. It really was a breath of fresh air compared to every other gritty shooter that takes itself too seriously.
The pre-sequel was the bread and butter in my opinion. 1 just kind of happened, 3 was an over-ambitious mess, and 2 was very revolutionary, but I just prefer this one.
Sure, the story isn't as long and there was only like, one campaign DLC, and Jack definitely wasn't as good here as he was in 2, but this was a great origin story for him. I think they just did a lot of stuff better here, like the Easter eggs, the jokes, the weapon variety, the movement, the settings, and the side missions. God, there were some good ones.
Unpopular opinion yet, but this is my shit right here.
Patapon is one of my favourite game series ever. It's amazing. If you haven't heard of it or played it, I recommend grabbing the remasters of 1 and 2 on the PlayStation Store. They're definitely worth the price, especially if you find them on a sale.
Patapon is a rhythm action game, which is probably why I love it, being a big fan of drumming and murder.
You have different drums to hit on the beat to command your army. Bar 1 is when you command, and bar 2 is when you brutally slaughter the opposition. I prefer 3 over 1 and 2 purely because I sank more time into it as a kid, and I love the hero Patapon in this game, especially when you have it upgraded. God, it's satisfying.
Oh look, it's Spyro! You know him! Good! I don't have to explain this one.
No, not that one. Spyro's PS1 trilogy was some of the best collectathon platforms around. His first game was something cute that new PlayStation owners immediately fell in love with. Then 2 came out. I've never played it. No wonder this angry mob's been outside my house for the last 15 years. However, I can talk about Year of the Dragon all day. The character variety, the level design, and the fucking music are all fucking perfect here, especially the music.
This game has my favourite video game soundtrack of all time. It's really good. Who would have guessed I'd be talking about this game on this list?
I first bought The Last of Us on the PS3 in 2014 and played around 2 hours of it before I had a friend come round to finish the game on my save file.
You know who you are, and you will never be forgiven.
Somehow I managed to avoid all spoilers for 6 years before finally finishing it on the PS4. Oh my god, this was special. I don't think it's the greatest game ever like most people will stand by, but it's definitely deserving of a spot on this list.
The story is emotional, the characters are interesting, the gameplay, while nothing new, was still fun and worked. And the DLC was pretty good as well. Toy. Story. If you have ever played this game, you know exactly why it's on this list.
Based on the film that if you haven't seen you deserve a death sentence, this game is a collectathon platformer in which we have to find Woody. We collect Pizza Planet tokens, power-ups, and even find my dinner. This game looks and sounds amazing for PS1, the level design is fucking perfect. This level makes me want to raid a Toys R Us. If they didn't, Toys R die!
If you own a PS3 or a Vita, do yourself a favour, get this game digitally on them and throw away your Pornhub subscription while you're there. You won't need it. This game makes me come. Lego is amazing. Star Wars is amazing. Video games are amazing. And lucky for us, some beautiful bastard somewhere in this world clocked onto all three of those things, and now we have this game. I like it.
Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga is simple yet charming. No other game has quite gotten the slapstick comedy this good. The character customization was one of my favourite things to do as a kid, and there was no experience quite like getting a friend and dropping into some split screen together to forget that one day we'll all be paying taxes.
Into the top 3 we go, and where I think half of you are going to want to kill me for putting a Call of Duty game on this list, I think the other half are going to agree that Black Ops 2 is fucking mint. Like your mum.
I played this game more than I played with myself as a kid. I have so many memories with this one. The campaign was so well written, the multiplayer was addictive, and the zombies was phenomenal. Let's just forget about that one with the bus.
Oh look, it's another game on Nintendo's Cumbox.
Mario is the most iconic video game character ever. Yeah, I can still be minified. His 2D NES and SNES games were bliss and so important for the future of gaming. Mario 64 showed us how games play in 3D. Mario Sunshine happened. And then, they did it. They perfected video games.
Galaxy is fucking perfection.
The soundtrack is one of the best in the history of games. The level design is challenging and engaging, and the premise alone of this is phenomenal.
If you somehow haven't yet played this game, then why don't you go steal Daddy's credit card, buy yourself a Switch, and get the 3D All-Stars to experience this the best way possible. And if you don't, I'll tell Boris that you visited your nan.
Honourable mentions.
Uncharted 2, Vib Ribbon, Tomb Raider, Rayman 1, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Guitar Hero 3, Grand Theft Auto 5, Mirror's Edge, Bully, Loco Roco, and Metal Gear Solid. Well, here goes. Crash Bandit. Shit, I came already.
This game is my favourite game of all time. Why is that? Shut up.
I loved Crash 1. The world was unique, it was challenging, and it was simple. Crash 2 fixed everything it needed to and made some solid improvements. And then Crash 3, ducking, perfected it all. The time trials were my favourite as a kid. I played the game so much that I loved the challenge of going through each level as fast as possible. The music is the best in the series in my opinion, and the power-ups offer unique platforming opportunities that are so satisfying to pull off, and the death animations are still a laugh to this day.
So that is my list. Sorry if your favourite games didn't turn up on here, and sorry if I didn't go into too much detail on some of these. I'm planning to look at some in the future. Let me know what games you'd swipe right on the comments below, and here's what I hope is a good year. Take care, stay safe,